I never thought my job would change the way I perceive reality. My night shift always started at 10 p.m., at an abandoned corporate building on the outskirts of the city. It was a simple job: monitor cameras, log any movement, and make sure no intruder got inside. What seemed straightforward quickly turned into a silent nightmare. At first, everything was normal. The dim glow of the monitors lit my face as I scanned the empty hallways, listening only to the constant hum of the ventilation system and the occasional echo of my own footsteps. The solitude was overwhelming, but expected. What I didn't anticipate was the feeling of being watched. At first, I told myself it was my imagination, a product of too many hours staring at screens. It started with a small detail. One of the cameras showed a blurry figure in a hallway that was supposed to be empty. I dismissed it at first: a technical glitch, a reflection, maybe an insect passing by. But the figure appeared again, in the same place, every night, exactly at 2:17 a.m. My heart began to race each night, a mix of curiosity and irrational fear. I decided to investigate. I walked the hallways with my flashlight, moving slowly, listening to how my steps echoed through the darkness. There was nothing. No fallen boxes, no shadows cast, no animals that could explain the movement. Just silence, and a cold that seemed to seep through the walls like a breath. Back in the surveillance room, I checked previous recordings. That's when I noticed it. In almost every camera, at different times, faint reflections of someone else appeared behind me. Every time I turned my head, there was nothing. Yet my reflection on the monitors seemed to show something extra, a shadow that didn't match my body. The nights grew worse. I started hearing whispers, soft and barely audible, as if someone spoke right behind a door I had just closed. Sometimes it was words, other times just low, unsettling laughter that vanished when I tried to locate it. I felt like I wasn't alone, even though I knew no one else could be there. Logic and paranoia clashed violently in my mind. One night, the figure in the hall appeared sharper, clearer. It was tall, thin, moving in ways no human could. Its face was hidden in shadows, but I felt its eyes fixated on me. It didn't blink, didn't breathe, yet it moved silently through the corners of the building. My flashlight shook in my hands as I tried to focus on it, but before I could approach, it vanished. Fear began affecting me physically. I couldn't sleep during the day. Every shadow in my apartment turned into a potential intruder. Every normal sound became a threat. I lost track of time, unsure what was real and what was terror. One night, all the cameras failed completely. Every screen went black except one. On that single monitor, I saw myself sitting in the surveillance room, but it wasn't quite me. My body was twisted unnaturally, my eyes completely black. The screen flickered, and for a moment, it seemed to smile. A chill ran from the back of my neck to my toes. I decided to leave. I grabbed my jacket and radio, running toward the main exit, but it was locked. No keys, no external security, nothing. The building felt alive. The lights flickered, the hallways seemed to bend, and I heard footsteps following me. My footsteps weren't alone. I couldn't see them, but I could feel them, getting closer. I took refuge in the surveillance room, hoping the first light of dawn would break the spell. On the monitors, every hallway showed identical figures, shadows moving just like me, mirroring my actions. And then I understood: the building had never been empty. What I saw wasn't human, it was as if the place absorbed my presence to toy with me. To twist my mind until I couldn't tell reality from fear. When I tried to leave again, I saw something that froze me completely. At the entrance, my own body waited, eyes black, smiling the same smile I had seen on the monitor. I wanted to scream, but no sound came out. The figure slowly raised a hand, gesturing me back inside, as if inviting me to stay. I knew then that if I tried to escape, would never get out. Minutes, or maybe hours, passed. I couldn't tell. The figure vanished, and everything seemed normal, or as normal as it could be. The cameras worked, the hallways were empty, and the building was silent. I picked up the radio and called for backup, trying to explain incoherently what had happened. No one answered. It was as if the building had swallowed my voice. Since that night, my perception changed forever. Every time I close my eyes, I see shadows mimicking my movements, hear whispers calling my name, and feel trapped in an endless cycle. Night watch is no longer a job, it's a constant descent into a place where mind and reality collide. I don't know if I'll ever leave, or if I even want to, because I've learned that escaping is impossible. The building doesn't let anyone leave completely. Sometimes I think I'm not alone, that something watches me even when I'm not there. Every camera I check, every mirror I pass reminds me that the building is alive, and so am I, in a way that's no longer human. Night watch taught me the truth: some shadows aren't external. They are part of you, and facing them can mean losing your mind forever. Now, every night, I return to the building, to my post, hoping someone else notices what I see, hoping it's not too late for them. And as I watch the empty hallways, I feel the shadows recognize me, and I smile, knowing I am not entirely alone. But deep down, I also know, I never truly will be.